Yesterday I received this Watchtower. It says, "How can you choose a good religion?" And on the front there is a man who's being surrounded by all these different religious teachers. They're probably saying, "I'm the right one. No, I'm the right one." And this guy's thinking to himself, in light of all of this, all these pluralistic beliefs, how can I know which one is true? What caught my attention is that this article seems to be emphasizing a different question. How can I know which one is good? So instead of saying, how can you choose a right religion, it says, how can you choose a good religion? And so if it would have said, how can I choose a right religion, you'd expect articles about, the Bible versus the Quran, or the Bible versus other religious books. How can I know that the Bible is God's word versus all these other books? And it asks maybe other questions about, how can I even know that there's a God? All these different questions that maybe my unbelieving friends would ask, these critical questions about the Bible. But that's not what these articles are about. It seems to be primarily devoted to the fact that Jehovah's Witnesses think that they are the good people. And so it seems to be pointing to them as people, saying, we are the ones who have the highest moral standards of all religions. We're the ones who have the best love amongst its members. And we're the ones who have the highest respect for God's word. And I'm not making this up. These are what the article's about. This first article says, good religion promotes high moral standards. And it goes on to discuss that. And the next one says, good religion promotes brotherly love. And it goes to show how the Jehovah's Witnesses of all religions have the best brotherly love. And the other one has, good religion promotes respect for God's word. It goes to show how the Jehovah's Witnesses are the best ones at having respect for God's word. So the thrust of this is they're trying to point you, the one who is confused about religion, the one who's surrounded by all these different religious teachers, to look at people. Look at all the religions, see which ones have the best people. Now for me, that's the last thing I would point people to. And the reason is, people are always going to let you down. People are always going to mess up, Christians or non-Christians, because we're all sinners who have fallen short. I fall short. I don't want to point people to me in my high moral character, because what happens when I'm going to mess up? Well, that's going to let the person down, because he's going to see other people who mess up, and then he's going to go back and question this whole spiel I gave him about, hey, look at us, we're the best ones. Look at us, we're the ones who have the greatest love amongst our brothers and sisters in the faith. So why is the Watchtower emphasizing that in a world of confusion? Why not emphasize, the questions that people are asking about, how can I know which religious book is true? And so that's the things I would emphasize, and I also point them when it comes down to the question, how can I know the truth? I would point them to the only one who ever claimed to be the way, the truth, and the life, and that is not an organization. There's no evidence in the Bible to where an organization claimed to be the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus claimed that. And so when it came down to it, I would point them to the person who had the highest respect for God's word, who had the highest moral standard, the one who had the highest amount of love for his brothers and sisters in the faith. Why not point them to Jesus Christ? Why point them to sinful humans? When someone's asking the question, how can I know which religion is true.